I'm Hannelie and welcome back to the Boss Models channel. In this episode, I'll talk about what to expect when meeting an agency for the first time. Let's see some clips from our models first.
I was actually scouted. I went with a friend of mine to an agency because they were getting signed and I'd waited in the car. And one of the agents walked by and asked me to come in and we chatted for a little bit, and before I knew it, I'd signed my first contract, and that's how my modeling career started.
When I was 15, I got scouted in Pietermaritzburg, and by 16, I moved over to Cape Town and signed with Boss Models.
A bit of scouting, a bit of a competition, and just pursuing what I wanted, I guess.
So I was scouted when I was 17 via Instagram. Boss just slid into my DMs the modern way, and I just had to pop into the office and have been signed with them since then.
I got into modeling by going onto Facebook. There was an advert. I sent some pictures and I landed at Boss, and I've never looked back.
I had one of the photographers at Boss who contacted me via Instagram, and that's just how it started.
I was first scouted when I was 16, and then at 18 I was asked to do this huge fashion show. All the agencies were present scouting, and I was scouted by a couple of them. I went to see them, but then I still graduated, got my degree, went to London, did an internship, and it was only until one of my friends was modeling and she was traveling the world and she had this kind of sense of freedom about her that I decided to come home and start modeling. So that's how it all began.
One day, when I was in my final year of high school and I was thinking about my future, I called my sister and I was like, let's take these pictures and we're going to send them to Boss Models, the agency, because on the website I had seen like the types of images they were looking for if you wanted to apply to be a model. And I was so lucky because the next day, Linda from Boss Models Cape Town, she called me and she was like, you know what, I'm setting up a meeting for you, go meet with the Boss Joburg office, because I live in Joburg, and see what they have to say and what we can help you, like offer you.
So if you've been scouted or received interest from an agency, you'll have a meeting at their office. When going in for the meeting, be on time and well presented. Again, you should wear natural makeup and fitted clothing so they can get a good sense of what you look like. They might give you a contract to sign with them on the day. Make sure you take it home and give it a good read. If there's anything in the contract that worries you or that you don't understand, be sure to ask. This is also a good time to ask any questions you might have about the agency and the industry.
So I actually got into modeling. I first started in a commercial agency when I was 12, I think, and I started doing like TVCs, more like acting job kind of things. And then from there I got to about 15, 16, and I'd done quite a few like kids clothing modeling shoots, and from there it just kind of naturally evolved into me finding an agency specifically for modeling, and it developed from there.
Hi there, this is Abel Gipasa from Boss Models Cape Town, originally from Tanzania. I was scouted by Boss Models Cape Town in 2016, my first time to come in South Africa for the Fashion Week, and now I'm a full-time model.
I got in contact with Boss when I was in grade 10, scheduled a meeting with one of the agents who I still work with today, and we had lunch and he pretty much explained to me how everything worked, because I had absolutely no idea how anything worked.
So how I started modeling, I was actually scouted. I was at a Mexican restaurant in Cape Town and I went to the bathroom and I actually bumped into one of the bookers there. She took some photos of me and we set up a meeting, and the rest is history.
I used to do a lot of children's and teens catalogues and I always enjoyed it. It was really fun, and then when I was 13 I got scouted by probably 2 or 3 different agencies, and Boss Models was one of them.
I was scouted online, Twitter to be precise.
To cut a very long story short, I had a friend who was studying at BOSHOFF and she was doing a fashion show and she needed a model, and the producer of the show then basically scouted me and put me into contact with Boss Models Johannesburg.
I got into modeling by pure chance, actually. I had my own business at the time. I was walking down the street, got stopped by a photographer, and pretty soon I started doing jobs where I was traveling around the world quite a lot. Got to see some very cool places very early on, and realized that was a pretty good way to make a living.
Basically what I did was I took a lot of pictures, I sent them to all the agencies in South Africa, and fortunately for me, Boss came back the very next day.
I was visiting Cape Town for the first time, drove through the streets and saw Boss Models. Just wanted to go inside and catch a glimpse of the glamorous.
Well, I first got into modelling when I was like 15. I was at a sports match supporting my brother. He was playing rugby, and Linda, the director of Boss, walked up to me and asked if I'd ever considered modelling. And it took me like a year or so to mull it over, and here I am, 8 years later.
I was actually at a Justin Bieber concert. I was about 16 and I got scouted by Boss Models.
Hi, this is Leonie with Boss Models, and this is how I got into modeling. So I'm just about to graduate. It was our last matric farewell dance, big bash. I was in my suit looking all dapper, I guess, and the host scout happened to be in town, which was luck. Saw me, offered me the opportunity to go to Milan as well, and I took it. We were from a very small town. I was looking for a way out.
I started modeling because I went to a casting accidentally, which I was just going to meet my family, and then I thought I had to sign in for security, and turns out I signed in to the casting and I booked the job. So that's what's up. Yeah, and then I did the job and someone told me I should join an agency. So I mentioned that to my mom, and she took photos of me making sushi and sent it to Boss Models, and they were like, damn bro, this guy knows how to make some sushi. So they signed me.
Well, I actually wasn't scouted. It was my first year after high school during my gap year that I decided to look into modeling, because it was always a dream of mine, and then I just thought, why not? And then yeah, I sent my pictures to an agency, and that's how I ended up with the agency.
Click like and hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon.